It is absolutely no secret that I love using this.
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Thanks, Bob. I have been doing so without remorse for the past 2.5 years. And of course it stems from the king of the Globebusters himself, Mr. Bob Nodell.
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Yes, Bob, we've done that already. So when I stumbled across a clip from the Globebusters assessing the recent Virgin Galactic flight, then I loaded up the Bob clip and pressed play. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thanks to the sponsors of today's video, DataCamp. DataCamp is an online learning platform that makes it easy to build data analytical skills, where you can learn at your own pace with interactive courses and hands-on exercises. You do not need any previous data skills to get started. DataCamp has courses for all skill levels, from Excel 101 to more advanced courses. If you're like me and are petrified of coding anything, then maybe you could try this Machine Learning for Everyone course with no coding involved. You can advance your professional career and build new skills, and stand out from your peers with in-depth data and analytical skills. And you can learn directly from your browser. DataCamp doesn't require any special software. Subscriptions start at $25 a month for unlimited access to their courses, and there is no credit card required at sign up. Invest in yourself, use my link in the description and check out the first chapter of any course you like for free. Right, on with today's video where the Globebusters are assessing Sir Richard Branson's recent trip to space on Virgin Galactic. Away you go, guys.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing was that this is something that we, supposedly mankind did 70 years ago. 60 or 70 years ago, maybe 60.
Yes, it was 60 years since Yuri Gagarin first went to space. Of course, Yuri Gagarin went to over 180 miles up and Virgin Galactic went to about 50 miles up.
And it's ridiculous that something would get so much fanfare, so much attention, so much publicity when it was done 70 years ago. There's nothing else in the world that's like that. Nobody invents something that's 70 years late, or that we did 70 years ago, and then it get all this TV press and it's in every news cast, and it just, you can tell when there's a directive behind it, when it's some sort of psyop. And that's what this is basically, is it's just kind of prolonging this whole idea of the space program. It's definitely a psyop, it's definitely social engineering.
I think you're missing the point of all this, Jaren. What Virgin Galactic has done is show just how close commercial spaceflight is. Over the years, a ticket will become cheaper and cheaper. It is huge news.
And, the thing is, I think probably, at least my prediction will be that this will kill a bunch of people pretty soon. And they'll be able to then say it's too dangerous to have people do.
That may be the case. I cannot argue here. But the utmost care is taken to ensure that these sorts of missions and spaceships are the safest they possibly can be.
So you have to, to have this initial one is probably, and all it is a reverse bungee jump. We know that the way parabolic flights work, and that's all that this is, but much, much, much higher, right? So a parabolic flight usually operates in that, airspace, 20 to 35,000 feet or whatever, getting to the apex of its little arc. Mm-hmm. And then from the, on the way up to the way down, you can usually get about 2 minutes of, or no, I think on a parabolic flight, it's like 30 seconds. But I think this one here, they say is about 4 minutes. And that's all it basically is it's like a parlor trick.
Jaren, the Virgin Galactic vessel travels at around 2,300 miles per hour. At that speed, you'd need to go to about an altitude of 150 miles to get 4 minutes of weightlessness. The Virgin Galactic flight, as I said, only went up to about 50 miles. Next excuse, please, Jaren, because that one's not going to cut it.
The total time, I think, was 17 minutes from leaving the other.
Does Branson ever get out of his chair?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He does. He's going to start yapping here in a minute. I'll actually play his audio. We'll start it back here at about 1 minute where he starts talking. But yeah, he gets out of it and he starts talking about how he's now a man in space. And at the beginning of the other video, it's so funny because they have Chris, what's his nuts, the Canadian astronaut, saying, "Oh, this is Sir
Richard
Branson," right?
Not great with names, Bob, are you? And it was Chris Hadfield, by the way.
And he is an astronaut, right? Making a big deal and everybody's going crazy. And it's like, it's just silly. But let's go ahead and listen to what he says in here. He sounds like a little kid. Of course, I imagine it would be kind of fun, but it's not, it's nowhere near the achievement they're trying to make it out to be, especially when they did this 40, 50 years ago. It's crazy.
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? It's just, it's almost as if they don't care about the older generation that remembered the moon landings. It's like, screw you guys. We're aiming at the millennials that never saw any of that.
They're not aiming it at anyone. They're testing commercial spaceflight. It's no publicity stunt.
And 53 miles. Good grief.
I know, it's crazy. And yeah, when I said of course when I say it goes to cartoons, it basically goes to this, which is a fake picture. It's a high altitude shot of Earth that's been put through a fisheye lens, that shows curvature to make it seem like they're so high that they can actually see the curvature of the Earth. Of course, like we said, even Neil deGrasse Tyson said that you can't see the Earth curvature from that high. So only reason I answered that is thank you for the super chat. But Mr. what's his name? Mr. Gadget, we all know who that guy is. Wanted to know what cartoons I was talking about, because obviously he's a globe believer and he thinks that all of this is absolutely 100% real.
So do you think that actually is Earth then, Bob, just distorted, or do you think that in particular one is a cartoon? Bob went off on a bit of a tangent before trying to describe why we see curvature this far up.
And so if you see any curvature, which I still haven't, but if you do, one of the biggest explanations for that could be the convexity of your eye, or more likely, the slight distortion that the aircraft window that you're looking through is actually causing it. I think P-Brain's done a great job in revealing that.
And this is why taking a flat earther like Bob to space is pointless. They will literally never believe what they are looking at, blaming not only a spaceship window, but their own eyes for curving their flat earth. What an absolute joke.
So
yeah, right.
All right, so let's go ahead and play this on, and let's see what he says here.
Is that snow? I saw
snow.
Did you see that? Look back there.
That?
Is that down? Is that all clouds?
Clouds,
Look at the whole top of or bottom actually.
I don't
It's
know
all
if it's
white.
I think they say it's ice, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are they supposed to be? Where did this take place at? Do you remember?
New Mexico, right?
Was it?
Yeah, that's New Mexico.
Okay. Well, I
mean,
wouldn't.
look, you could see that river right there. That river, they're not that high up.
That's got to be clouds then, Zach. There's no way that's ice.
It's interesting as they discuss this, they do genuinely believe, or at least entertain, that is the real Earth.
It is. They're clouds. They're just white, and they look that way. So anyway.
Bob confirming what clouds look like. This is the level we're talking about here, people.
Let's listen to what Mr. Branson has to say here.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream, looking up to the stars. Now I'm an adult in a spaceship with lots of other wonderful adults looking down to our beautiful, beautiful Earth. To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do.
That was actually quite an inspiring little speech from Sir Richard there. If I was a kid watching this, I'd be loving it. Who am I kidding? I'm loving it anyway.
Oh my God.
So here he goes.
Oh my God.
Almost looks like he's going to get sick, which it's messing with your vestibular system. That it probably would. I wonder how many of those. I wonder how many of the people that have gone through the 0G planes and stuff, at the end of that 30 or 45 second fall are kind of feeling nauseous.
There's a reason it's called the vomit comet, Bob.
Oh, I think a lot of them don't do
Well,
well.
there's a reason they call it the vomit comet.
Ah, bloody hell. Even your own team is doing my job, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, will you rewind about a little bit? Just to
About
go back.
30 seconds.
There you go. Just so you can
There
see
you go, flat Earth.
the windows there. That the windows or the lens, or they're using GoPros. I'm not really sure exactly what they're doing. But it's weird to me that you'll notice that the windows are only on one side. There, you can see that the whole entire craft is obviously shaped like a fuselage, so it's the windows are curved themselves. There isn't windows on both ceiling and floor, and the reason for that is they say that when they get up to that peak, the craft goes upside down.
There are literally windows on the ceiling of the vessel in the picture you're showing. Debunking yourself as usual, Jaren.
We don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
Never gets old, that one.
And then floats down upside down, which means that they know that people are going to be looking out of only one window. Anyway, it just seems like it's all set up for, and I'm not going to doubt that people will do something like this. I just don't think it will last very long until somebody dies. They've already killed, I think, 8 people or something.
4 people, I believe, 1 pilot during a flight and 3 people during initial ground testing.
They need to kill it though, don't they? Because they can't go much further.
Ashton Kutcher just bought his ticket yesterday.
I heard those guys have had their tickets forever, but yeah, I mean, that's another scam artist move. I mean, $250,000 he took for payments, and kept saying since 2010 or 2008 that he had 750 people that had signed up, and so you can do the math on that. 750 times 250,000. Shouldn't I know that by heart?
I'll help you out, Jaren. $187.5 million.
It's like 100 and something, 160, 170, 180, like 180 or 90 million dollars that he's got to key. I would love to have $190 million that I could live off the interest of.
Richard Branson is worth $4.7 billion, Jaren. I don't think he's going to be fussed around $180 million.
So it's just another kind of scammy move. And again, so far he hasn't sent anybody that actually paid up there. I think these are all buddies or something. I'm not sure who went up there with him. Employees or something. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Bezos is supposed to do the same thing, right? So they just like this whole idea of convincing the public, number one, that it is very expensive and it is for the rich. Even though if this worked really well, then why wouldn't they be sending more flights today?
I'm sure it won't be long before more regular flights happen.
What's the problem? They've got pilots, they've got the craft, and they've got people who have paid. So let's go. Get it moving.
So you're saying then the difference between this and a normal vomit comet is they're actually rolling over? They're actually flipping upside down?
That's what I heard. So you see right there that the windows are on the other side, right? So on the top, see there? So when it goes, now picture it goes up 90 degrees. So it now tips upwards, and then when it gets all the way up, then they put the fins up, and then the craft floats down upside down.
So because it looks like it's going upside down there.
Right. So now everybody's on the other side looking down, back at the Earth. So again, does it look curved from there? I don't know. This glass is clearly curved because it's part of the fuselage. So it's not like the fuselage is curved and yet the glass is completely straight. So we've got curved glass, curved eyes, curved GoPros.
And this again will always be the problem. They've set themselves up to literally not believe anything they see. Well, let's leave the Globebusters here to what appears to be an incredulity-fueled rant about Virgin Galactic. They simply cannot believe it's true, therefore to them, it can't be. Well, one thing is for sure, and that is that the Earth rotates at a constant...
a 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do like the video. Subscribe as well if the feeling takes you. It'll be very much appreciated. Just enough time to once again thank DataCamp for sponsoring today's video. Remember, click my link in the description to check out the first chapter of any course you want for free. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for the return of Kent Hovind. Let's see if he's prepared for that. See you then.